So I just got dropped off by my local guide here on a remote, deserted island in the vastness of the Pacific Ocean. I'm out here for a handful of nights surviving off the land and what's in the ocean using the limited tools that I have at my disposal. I have no food, no water, any kind of shelter or any kind of fire starter. There's plenty of resources available for me if I know where to look and how to use them. Though there are dangers in these waters, and I hear there's even creatures in this jungle. I think first things first is we find a spot to set up a shelter and then secure a source of water and go from there. So right away, this is super lucky because this seems like a stagnant pool of fresh water. Sometimes there's high tides that bring salt water up into the inland of these islands, but with that comes plastic waste. So you'll see plastic water bottles everywhere. Here you don't see that. So it means that high tide does not affect this area. So this could very well be fresh, clean, either of those, non-salt water. There could be parasites, so we definitely want to treat it, but this is an amazing find. Look at that. Wow. So this is a piece of that shipwreck there, and there's a really interesting story on how it got here. But for now, I'm gonna keep exploring because it's really hot and I'm starting to get really thirsty, so we gotta keep moving. All right, I found a handful of green coconuts, enough to get me through the day. I'm gonna secure some of these, drink some of the delicious juice, and then get going, finding a spot to set up my shelter. Well, there we go. That took a lot out of me, man. Holy, let's drink one of these things. First coconut of the trip. Woo. So I'm gonna stash the coconuts there for now. I'm decently hydrated at the moment, feeling all right. I'm gonna continue around the island, trying to find the spot for my shelter. And then I'm gonna show you my gear. One of the downsides of living in the 21st century is plastic waste. For whatever reason, plastic ends up in the ocean, washes up on beaches all over the world. It's everywhere. It's really unfortunate, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. These water bottles are gonna come in handy for me on this trip for sure. Great containers for storing fluids. And often they come washed up with water in them. Yep, clean water. And the thing is, by these being out in the sun all day, all the UV will kill all the bacteria inside, if any. This could very well be home. This seems like a nice little spot. There's a bit of a breeze here, which is good. It'll help keep down the bugs. So I'm gonna call this home for now. I'm gonna bring my stuff over here and show you what I got in my bags. This is everything in the big North Face bag. Got tripods, these are GoPro mounts, bags if it rains, cleaning cloths for the camera. This here is a drone, medical kit, including Advil, bandages, sunscreen, that type of stuff. These are all external power banks, solar panel, another tripod, camera equipment, more camera equipment, and an inReach. All right, in my other bag, I got a mask, fin, and flippers. This is a snorkeling set here, Hawaiian sling. I have fish hook and some line. I have a hammock. I casted a vote on YouTube and people wanted me to bring a hammock, so I brought one out. I'm happy about it. Keep me off the ground, get me a little bit more comfortable. It won't, however, protect me from the rain. So I'm gonna have to build a shelter, that's a must. But I will sleep a little bit more comfortably if it's not raining. I have a little pillow, which I accidentally brought, but I'm happy I did. I got this bed sheet, which is gonna keep me nice and warm at night. I have my machete, a little knife, bit of paracord. Coffee is another luxury item. I always bring coffee, no calories in that, but that'll be nice to have every morning. Bit of clothing, sunglasses, headlamp, and I also have little titanium pot, and a life straw. Last two tools, which definitely are gonna be very helpful: bow and arrows, and then a custom made spear gun. This thing is really cool. I can't wait to use it. It's really thrown together with bike tires, rubber bands, and a bit of metal. Really cool thing. I can't wait to use it. Not a ton of gear, but not nothing either. No food, no water, no shelter. A lot to do, including building a shelter, so I'm gonna get going on that now. But first, I'm gonna go get a drink of water using the life straw. Honestly, I don't quite trust this thing, but I don't have too much of an option right now. Once I get a fire going, I have an idea of what to do. But for now, this is all I got. Honestly, it's not that bad. So this and the coconuts I collected earlier are gonna be my water situation for the day. I'm gonna bring this back to camp, start building on that shelter. Tomorrow, hopefully, find a better solution. I'm thinking hammock here, and then the shelter somewhere here with the fire ring up front. I want to stay as far out of here as possible because the breeze is going to help keep the bugs down, but I also want to be somewhat protected from the rains and the high winds. So there's always a compromise, and this seems to be good enough. First coconut coffee of the trip. Yeah, just as bad as I remember. That hurts him. Whew, scary. Dude. All right, check this out. This is why I'm getting the vines from the ground and not the trees. Here's one from the tree, tied in a knot, breaks. One's from the ground, tied in a knot. The vines on the ground are a lot more resilient, and they're gonna make much better cordage than the vines on the trees. This is just a live vine that I cut. I'm gonna see if I can siphon the water from this into the clean thing. I'm not sure if this vine will work, but we're gonna give it a shot. And who knows, maybe this vine is like toxic, so I gotta be careful. All right, I'm gonna leave that for a good while and hopefully get some clean drinking water. Oh, it's delicious. Well, it's not finished and it's not perfect and it's not waterproof either, but it'll do the trick for a light rain. That's all I got for the day. I'm out of resources. I don't want to go back into the jungle to get any more rope. I'm gonna get geared to go to bed. I'm wiped. Pretty decent day today. Got a lot done, but I'm absolutely exhausted, so I'm gonna go to bed. Still a ton of work to do tomorrow, including finishing the shelter. I hope to get fire going. And then obviously I need to get into food because I haven't really eaten anything since this morning. And last but not least, water. I'm drinking that mud water, and relying on that filter is just has me a little worried. I do have the coconuts, but there's not a ton of water in there. I need real water. So unless it rains, I got to do something with that mud water, and I have an idea. But first, fire is a priority, so I'll save that for tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna rest because I'm pooched. So see you guys then. Good night. I swear I just heard something. Something kind of just wandered into camp. I'm gonna be keeping an ear out for whatever that was. Inconveniently, it's raining. Might absolutely dump, so I'm gonna get out of my dry clothes into my wet ones because obviously I want to keep my dry clothes dry. I hung my hammock up here and I'm gonna collect the rainwater as it drips down. Ah, yum. Good night. Morning everyone. The rain let up for a bit last night, so I got back into my dry clothes and got back into the hammock and got like 2 hours of sleep, so it's not nothing. Let's check to see how this thing's doing. But first, a word from today's video sponsor, and that's Saily. So I've been doing an absolute ton of traveling recently, including this trip where I came halfway across the earth just to film this adventure. And there's a lot of logistics involved, so it's important that I stay connected to the internet. So I used to rack up a pretty massive phone bill due to the exorbitant fees that you'd get from roaming, or I'd have to go looking for public Wi-Fi's, which was always spotty and sometimes even sketchy. And this is where Saily comes in. Saily makes it simple to set up a phone plan with data in over 150 countries, which is way cheaper than roaming. So I was recently in Asia and in South America, and here I am once again traveling internationally. And let me show you just how easy it is to set up an eSIM with Saily. After downloading the app to my phone, all I had to do was select the country, select the plan, and activate the eSIM. Then, when I landed, I connected to a local network with no hidden charges. Simple as that. No need to worry about shady public Wi-Fi or some of those scam SIM cards that you might find outside airports. All you do is download Saily once and you're always connected. And if you find out your phone isn't eSIM compatible, you'll get a full refund. So to try Saily, scan the QR code up here on screen or use the link down in the description and use my code for 15% off your first purchase. Thank you, Saily, for sponsoring this video. And guys, honestly, I couldn't emphasize how great this product is. I've been using it all the time and super stoked that they're the sponsor on today's video. Back to the video. Yeah, that is, I don't think that's the color of water that we want to be drinking. I know with these vines, you can actually filter water this way. It works with grapevine, not with whatever these vines are, so it could be dangerous. It's worth a shot to see how it works, but no. I think priority is obviously finishing off the shelter today. So I'm gonna get going on that almost immediately, but first I'm gonna have a coconut coffee and some coconut jelly. She's done, baby! Check this out. I actually did a pretty good job. There's a few holes, and it's not great back here, but honestly, look at that. You can't even see any light. That took a good little while, but we got her done. All right, this is my bamboo fire saw. I got a small board with a slit in it, and I'm gonna rub this on this blade here, back and forth, And that's gonna create enough friction for me to start a fire. But first I need to put some tinder in here and pack it down and hold it with a stick. There we go, getting smoke. Lost it. It's close. I had an ember, but I lost it. I think I'll get it on the next one. Sea hibiscus. See the ember in there? We got fire, baby! Woo! Oh, it's such a nice feeling. I can't tell you how nice it is to get the fire going. Finally feels like home. It's such a wonderful feeling to have that up and running. Yeah, I saw it. That creature just wandered back into camp, so I'm gonna chill up for a little bit, see if it comes back around. If not, I'm gonna go to sleep. If nothing happens, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm getting low on water again, so I gotta start filtering it. But we got the fire going, so I got an idea. I'm gonna get going on that now. All right, I'm sick of drinking this putrid water, even with the life straw. I'm gonna make a filter using the charcoal from the fire and some sand to hopefully get some of that dirt taste out. The filter is not gonna get rid of the parasites, it'll just get rid of the taste and maybe some of the bacteria, but the boiling is what's gonna make everything great. And hopefully by the end of it, it'll be good tasting water too, because right now, as you can imagine, it doesn't taste very great. I guess it's just leaching the charcoal right now, but oh, look at that, that's clean. If I make a better iteration on this thing, I could definitely make it so the charcoal doesn't leach through. It already tastes a little better. I got my canister here, so I'm just gonna boil this and that to make it pure. You can also boil water in plastic, so I'm gonna do that in this little guy here. Yeah, I mean, it's water. Probably won't spend too much time drinking boiled water out of plastic water bottles, to be honest. I have this canteen, but it is possible. And up to this point, I could have got through everything that I've done so far with just a machete. I mean, excluding the hammock that I'm sleeping in. And now this pot that I'm using. It's pretty cool how much you can do on one of these desert islands with just simple machete. But this morning I really want to procure some fish, so I'm gonna set a hand line and get going on that. I also might go set some traps. right, I got a hermit crab out of its shell onto the hook. Let's see what we can do. Looks like the water's pretty calm on this area right now. I think I'm gonna come back with my gear and get in the water. This is the den of a coconut crab, I believe. So I cut open this here coconut. I'm gonna leave it out here and come back in a little bit, see if I can catch a crab. This mound of sand is not natural. It's actually made by some chicken-like bird that piles up the sand and lays its eggs in it. It'd be awesome to eat one of those. I haven't seen one yet, but apparently they come around. And there should be eggs in there if they've laid them. But that's something I'm gonna check for on another day. I gotta keep on fishing, especially while the tides are like this. It's a pig. That's probably what I heard last night. I don't have my bow on me. I wonder if it's dangerous. I'm just gonna back out of here slowly. So I heard rumors there might be wild pigs here. So that's a good sign, or maybe not. I'm gonna have to come back out looking for them because there might be some potential food. Wow, look at the size of that lobster shell. Oh my God, that's a giant. I'm gonna go in the water because it's nice and calm, and hopefully I can get myself some lunch. Woohoo! Fish, baby! Woo! That's two, baby! Two's good enough for now. I'm a little bit shooken up. I was just swimming in there and a big wave came and smashed me as I was spearfishing right beside the wreck, and obviously there's a lot of sharp metal around, and I was kind of like pushed around for a good couple of seconds, and I didn't really know how far I got pushed or whatever, but it freaked me out. It really freaked me out. So I'm gonna head back to camp and cook up this fish and go on from there. Look at that, perfect little fillet board. Almond leaves. Pick a couple of these, we're gonna cook the fish in this. Look at this beautiful piece of blue and red coral I found washed up on the shore. I'm gonna add these to the collection. Lunch is served. Where do I start? Start on the little guy. Oh, so good. I actually already feel my body coming back to life a little bit. Some coconut. Some more coconut. So I don't know if this bow will have enough power to take out that big pig, but if there's smaller ones lurking about, that might be more ideal. I'll have it handy in case that happens. I've mostly been relaxing since lunch. The day kind of got away from me. Sun sets fairly soon. And then after that, I'm gonna go look for those coconut crabs. I realize I know the name of that black bird that creates those huge mounds. That's like a chicken. It's called a manapole. So I'm gonna go lay a trap for one of those right now. So I'm back at one of those manapole nests. I'm just gonna set a trap just above the ground so it can eat it. It's just gonna literally be a dangling line with a hook and bait. Just a few inches off the ground so I can grab it. Super simple. I'm just dangling this guy from a hook. Hopefully he sees it. I gotta get out of here. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. Woo! So beautiful. Honestly, I don't think birds fly at night like this. I think those are just really big bats. All right, I think it's dark enough to go check on those crabs. So I'm not just out here looking for a tasty meal and these coconut crabs. I'm also out here with revenge in mind. See, there was a very famous woman. Her name was Amelia Earhart. She was the first woman to cross the Atlantic in a plane. Very first. Once she accomplished that feat, she then tried to become the first woman to circumnavigate the Earth in her plane. But unfortunately, her plane crashed somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, and she was lost for many, many years. A couple years ago, a skeleton was found on an island somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, and it was rumored to have been the skeleton of Amelia Earhart. And it's actually rumored that she was eaten by coconut crabs. I think the story goes a little bit deeper than that. I'm pretty sure that the coconut crabs are responsible for her plane crash. I wouldn't be surprised if Amelia Earhart's plane was hijacked and then crashed by the coconut crabs. Anyways, I'm out here waiting for the coconut crabs to come out because I'm actually quite hungry again. I'm on top of one of those manapole mounds, setting another trap. No coconut crabs tonight, just coconut. Having that fish to fuel my belly was so wonderful. I'm gonna get into that again tomorrow. It's so necessary. I'm not concerned about water at this point. I got plenty of coconuts, a bit of rainwater left, and still all that swamp water. Main priority right now is just food. I hope to check the traps and look for coconut crabs again, but I'm also gonna go look for that pig. Saw it today and I know it's somewhere out there, so I'm gonna take the bow out and try my luck at getting some pork. I can't tell if that's rain or not, but it scares me. I think I'll just assume it's gonna rain tonight and move into the shelter. Get in the shelter. It's definitely raining out here. Not in here though. This is the best shelter I've ever built. That's for sure. Good job, man. Now let's just wait out the night. Oh Lord.
Rain finally chilled out. It's just after 2 a.m. The shelter's nice and dry. It's cozy. It's warm. I'm tired. See you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely brutal night's rest once again. The rain has a way of coming in at the worst times, right in the middle of the night. I'm feeling fried from the accumulation of lack of sleep over the last 3 nights. So I'm just gonna rest here this morning and get going on stuff a bit later, but stoked with how the shelter held up. Did an amazing job. Kept the rain out, kept the fire going, and I actually managed to catch a whole bunch of rainwater in these plastic water bottles I found on the beach. But for now, I gotta just like rest my eyes and lay in this hammock for the morning because I'm pooched. Check out this primitive spear gun. It's so cool. One of the locals made it for me. I actually watched them make it before I came out here. Put together with rubber tire, bits of metal. He hacked this point with a machete. Super cool and super basic. You got one rubber band for 1 power, second rubber band for 2 power. Let's go test this thing out. I'm stoked. All right, I'm gonna fish right off my beach here. I don't quite feel like going all the way to the other side of the island yet. And maybe there's good fishing here. I'm gonna take it nice and easy because I don't know how these currents are behaving right now. Woohoo! All right, we got one. Woohoo! Nice. The dude bit me though.
So the pig's been coming through here at night, but I didn't see it last night because of the rain. I'm gonna go set out and see if I can find it. Got my bow and yeah, let's see what we can do. Looking around the jungle for a good little while, no sign. So I'm gonna go back to camp and just chill for just a little bit. Right there. It's got a baby. I'm not gonna shoot that mama. It's a lot of meat, but I'm just here for a couple days. I don't need that much food, and she has little piglets. You know, it's not all that bad when you're not trying to sleep. The shelter is quite a bit more leaky than it was yesterday. Going back to check on the crabs. Hopefully they're there. They're too cute. And they just come right up to you. Like, I can't shoot that thing. Well, the coconuts seem to be eaten. Maybe it was the pigs. They are around. Or maybe it was the coconut crabs. We won't find out tonight, but I'll come back with a new strategy tomorrow. And hopefully, we'll see them. Good morning, everyone. I had another terrible night's sleep last night. That's okay, because I'm in paradise. Nearly let the fire go out in the middle of the night. Spent probably an hour getting it going again with the little bit of ember that was left. Yeah, it's easier to keep it going than to restart it, let me tell you. Lots to do today. I think I'm gonna hike back over to the Shipwreck side and I'll tell you guys the story of that wreck. We'll do a little bit of fishing while we're out there. All right, heading back across the island in order to go spearfishing at the Shipwreck. And there's a cool story behind this shipwreck. You see, during World War II, the Germans sent an elite group of Nazi soldiers in this small boat to come aid in the Japanese fleet. They brought with them these pigs that they genetically modified in order to produce higher yields of protein. But what happened halfway along their excursion is these pigs mutated and formed hyperintelligence. And what happened is these pigs ended up forming a mutiny led by the main pig, Sir Francis Bacon. And what happened was Sir Francis Bacon and the pig mutineers at this time formed a pirate brigade, which ended up commandeering and raiding US and Japanese warships during this time. They were very successful, but a storm came along and it ended up having them crash land here in this harbor, in this bay, where unfortunately they ended up getting trapped and stuck. They were completely marooned. Some of the pigs died, others came ashore, and as a result, this island is inhabited by the direct descendants of Sir Francis Bacon, the original mutineer, mutant pig of World War II Nazi Germany. I've been getting a lot of sun, and I have not been eating very much, so I don't know the validity of that story, to be honest. But let's go spearfishing. So I can't get the second band on, unfortunately. So it's only a 1 power right now. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to go back to the hand spear. The broken band on the spear gun makes this thing have a lot less power, which means I have to be a lot closer, which means I might as well use this thing. So going back out with the Hawaiian sling. Oh my god, those baby piglets are so cute! I want to take one home with me. Lunch. So Mama's been getting into my coconut bait. Having second thoughts about not shooting you with my bow, but the babies, they're so cute. Let's head back and eat that delicious steak I've been saving for the last 7 days. I'm joking, I wish. Oh. So when I was collecting firewood a little earlier, just before sunset, I saw a local fisherman, and I flagged him over in his boat, and we got to chatting for a bit. He's from one of the islands around here, and he said that there's lobster in these waters. And so he's gonna come back tomorrow and he's gonna show me how to catch lobster, which is so exciting because not only could I eat some food, but it's lobster, baby. So I'm excited for that. That'll be a great way to finish off the last evening here. Morning, everyone. I had a little bit of rain last night, so I moved the fire into the shelter, but then shortly after the rain stopped, so I came back out and continued my sleep. Looks like we got rain on the horizon, and I'll be all right because it's our last full day today, day 6. Manifold. I had a pretty easygoing morning this morning. Looked like some rain was going to come in, but the last minute it changed course. Got into the water to do a little bit of spearfishing, but didn't have too much luck. Got one little small guy, probably like 50 calories on that thing. Did another loop of the island, said hello to my piglet friends. Was hoping they would want to be my homies by now, but alas, they have better things to do. Now just hanging out, enjoying my afternoon, waiting for the local fishermen to come back. They said they should be here around 5 o'clock, which is in just over an hour. Hopefully we get into some lobster. That would be insane. Yeah, beautiful day here on my last full day on the island. The beast is back. Got him. What have I done? I'm sorry. Kids are going to show me how to climb a coconut tree, how to do it the proper way. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god. He's so high up there. I wish I brought a little local kid to help get me coconuts, because that is a lot of water. Whoa. Oh, nice. Thank you, what a gentleman. These are the absolute best coconuts I've had all trip, and turns out it only takes a small child to climb 50 feet up a tree to retrieve them. That's it. So the mosquitoes were pretty bad, so they started a little fire. Anyways, we're just a few minutes away from heading out to go lobster hunting. It's almost time. I guess I'll just follow their leads. These kids are just showing me up. They're pulling the fish up by the boatload right now, the big ones too. But we're looking for a lobster, so we're gonna keep looking. Woo! We're feasting tonight. So good.
Look at all the fish.
So, oh my God, that was absolutely so much fun and definitely the highlight of my trip out here so far. Turns out all it takes is a couple of local kids and a boat, and then you can have infinite food. But they were quite insistent that I take back one of those big lobsters, and I just had to say no. It didn't feel right, to be honest. Plus, I got my little lobster, and at the end of the day, it's not the size of the lobster that counts, it's how you eat it. And I'm gonna eat this thing up real good.
Hello, sir, and for our final course, we have Pacific lobster served with coconut jelly strips on almond leaf. And may I suggest pairing that with coconut water?
Oh wow, that actually sounds pretty good. I've been starving for like 6 days now.
Indeed, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Yum, bon appetit. Wow, there's like a whole bunch of meat here. It already tastes like it was in butter.
Oh yeah, I asked the fisherman about the shipwreck, and apparently it was either a fishing vessel or a tugboat for a larger fishing vessel. And about 11 or 12 years ago, there was a massive storm and it tried to seek refuge in that little bay there, and it ran aground. And it sounds like everybody survived. I was kind of unclear on that part, but yeah, a little different from what I thought. So I don't know where I got that story from, but yeah. Anyways, I'm heading off to sleep, so I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Good night.
Good morning, everyone. Rained a little bit last night, so I came in here. But we're heading home. Woo!
Well, that's it for this one. I'm heading out in about 20 minutes. Pretty excited to get off this rock. That experience last night with the locals was so much fun, and it really goes to show how much a little bit of know-how can get you food in abundance around here, because there's lots of food if you know where to look and what to do. And sure enough, I'm a bit of a fish out of water here on this island. But my guide Harmon's coming to pick me up. Harmon, he works with the company Do Castaway. They're the whole reason that I was able to get out here. They're a company that finds these islands, sets up the logistics, and gets all the permits needed to come to these places. And so huge shout out to them for helping me make this experience a reality. But yeah, this one was one for the books. I'm excited to get out of here though, let me tell you. Eat some real food, have a shower, and of course get into a real bed that's not getting absolutely demolished by rain every night. Awesome experience overall. Pretty excited to get out of here though. Our ride's here, time to head out. Woohoo! We're at the boat driver's house, and I'm with my guide Harmon. Harmon, tell me what you told me.
It's a first son,
Mm-hmm.
just get birth. First night you are in the island, and then he put his full name of your name.
So, Alexander Jordan Budnick.
Alexander Jordan.
Our boat driver named his firstborn son Alexander Jordan Budnick, and then with his last name. It's so crazy. It's amazing. I'm honored.
Here you go. Thank you so much.
So beautiful. Such a cute little child. Congratulations. Bye bye, little Alexander Jordan. So cute.